minutes, like just under a minute. Today I will show you the techniques I use to cry on command as an actor, so maybe you can summon your tears at your own bidding. Hi, welcome back. This is Jo. I am a Chinese actor currently living in Vancouver, Canada, chasing the big dream of getting that Oscar. See, I have a close actor friend who can't cry for shite. Nah, shite. It's funny because he's Australian. Here is my completely biased and unscientific prescription for his dry eyes problem. For science! And if you're like him, this might be useful for you as well. Disclaimer, this is probably not what your coach would teach. This is just something that has been taught to me and works for me. I am not an acting coach and definitely cannot afford your emotionally trauma-induced medical bills. So consider these with extreme caution. So, come on. You wanna know? You don't wanna know what it is? Go get your heart broken! You wanna go full method? You wanna achieve complete emotional identification? You gotta get traumatized, baby. And I mean traumatized. Every time you think about it, talk about it, it's still gotta somewhat hurt you. The more traumatizing memories you have, the more you have on your archive to apply to the scene. But isn't that emotionally unhealthy? Ain't nobody ever said acting was easy, honey. I don't know why sassy accents fit so well just now. It just feels so good. Here's the thing. Interesting characters are multi-layered and multi-dimensional, which pretty much means the same thing. You don't become multi-layered without having some kind of crappy experience. Or as my dry-eyed friend Max said, oh, I don't have trauma. Oh, I had a great childhood. Or maybe he's just a psychopath. I mean, he watched the opening scene of Up without shedding a tear. As my genius coach Almiro said, we must bring truth into a scene, and sometimes that means digging deep into your crappy memories to bring that emotions out there. Here's a demonstration. In this particular scene, I was required to put myself into the role of a socially awkward and bullied teenager who longs for a new start in life. So before we started filming this scene, I chose a memory that most closely resonated with the scene. And Al created a safe space for me to open up and bring that emotionally attached memory out. For me, the memory that I use is more so that feeling of extreme disconnection. Like I had no friends and even the teachers were really mean. I was bullied at school. Every day I would just like eat in the washroom. Like she doesn't know any of that. Or like when I'm in the washroom, people would throw toilet paper.
Close your eyes for a second and just really visualize that 13-year-old. Just really try to see the environment, see what was around you. Hear any noises, the smell, anything. Just really visualize it. And now open your eyes. And you're gonna tell your mom that this is happening.
You don't see why I don't like to go to school. I hated going to school. And sometimes I would skip class, not because I don't like to study, but because it's just hard.
So that's all you need. Just get to the beginning of the scene. And whenever you're ready, start rolling.
Oh, yes. Due to the confidential material involved in this self-tape, I can only show you the video while doing a voiceover of the audio by distracting you with my beautiful voice. This is the part where I basically have to listen to whatever Al was saying and channel my emotions, and as you can see, my eyes are getting tearier and tearier. It's so ridiculous. I have no idea what I'm saying. Oh, this is, oh, right. Oh, yeah, I get slapped at this part. Yeah, I forgot about that for a second. Was too into it. Just was too into it. So here are the summary of steps I personally take. Number 1, study the script and the character. What is the situation? What are the stakes in the scene? What does the character want to achieve? Number 2, remember the lines. Number 3, fill in the gaps either with your own memories or with imagination. What is something similar that happened to me? What memories can I use? How did I feel? What backstory can this character also have? How would I feel if this happened to me? Then before you shoot the scene, emotionally prepare. You open that box of emotion, you remember that memory, you remember how you felt, what the smell was, what you saw, what you heard. Talk about it, think about it, imagine it, feel it. When that emotion is charged in you, shoot the scene. And after you shoot a couple of takes you're happy with, emotionally regulate, close the box. You definitely don't want to linger in that emotion for too long, especially if it's negative. So think about something that makes you happy, shake it off, and snap out of it. Namaste, whatever that means. Calm hippie yoga people say it all the time. Or just eat a cookie. 100% satisfaction rate guaranteed.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me.
Learning how to cry on cue is pretty much like training a muscle. You just gotta get used to that emotional connection. You gotta grow back into something that you've grown out of. You gotta find that powerful crying baby in you again, who can pretty much cry at everything. Sometimes I would practice crying on cue by listening to music that I've associated a memory with before performing. And what I do is I allow myself to be completely emotionally open and just allow that emotion to freely flow into me. That's like just under a minute. Or if you have time and commitment constraints, you can just grab a Studio FX tear stick and mental irritate the tears out of your eyes. And if that still doesn't do it, then just grab some eye drops like I did. Ta-da! This is what happens when you only have 10 minutes to do a scene where you're supposed to cry and I don't feel like crying because I'm with Rebecca.
Cry! I'm not gonna laugh at you. I'll probably end up crying with you.
And then now what happens is you must keep calm and hold the tears in your eyes.
Calm to the middle of no.
Am I in position?
A little bit to your left. No, to your right. I'm sorry. I don't like that. Right? Okay. You're there, and I need you to focus. And here you go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I hope my agent isn't watching this. Oh, come on, at least one of you tried it. In all seriousness though, mental health issues and trauma-induced negative impact in your life is real. Don't ever do something to hurt yourself intentionally. And always seek professional help whenever you need it. Trust me, I know. That concludes the methods I use to cry on cue as an actor. For my fellow actors, what type of methods do you use in order to cry on cue? Let me know on the comments down below. If you like this video and you want to follow me on my journey paddling through the Asian representation movement in Hollywood with my tiny T-Rex arms, click like, subscribe, and the notification button. I post a video every Friday at noon, and I will see you next week. Bye. Who knew that a traumatic childhood, a dose of betrayal, and some crappy relationships would be what's propelling me towards an Oscar? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade!